Ah.
As it is, Xiong continues farming. Ben 4 invading the blue buff with Athena, trying to clear that out. Amazing J. Oh!
There we go.
I would love to have seen him just flung it and then.
I mean, he's trying to play against his opponents. But with
Oh
that being
no,
said,
once again, another set of kills. This is Sports are traded. Fourth bullet lands in the plant, finishes it off.
I thought Zyra didn't have that animation anymore. You know, I thought the passive was well and gone. No, I know, I'm just
okay. Yeah.
I'm in the game, all right. I played this game.
Post-death.
But that's basically passive coming back. Was able to get the kill on that one. So you know what? That's a 2-for-1. That's all well and fair. Get out of there, Icon.
Athena eats the Thunderlords in just a little bit, but he's able to heal himself back up now that the Twin Fang is clearing out these minions.
Yeah, and this is great. So right here, OMG has a lot of control mid lane, and they have a hell of a lot of control in the bottom lane. So now World 6 is honestly, he's just coming in just to do the wave clearing point. He didn't even need any help. Gets kicked out, but that suddenly, you know, Lee Sin just doesn't have ulti, so let's go back and commit to this.
Yeah, he's trying to, but he kicked really early in that exchange. SMLZ clears it out. First turn of the game, once again, 650 gold. Not taking all of it for himself, but splitting just a bit with World 6.
That's just an outright win in the 2v2. I mean, SMLZ in 5, they had a bit of a help from World 6 in terms of clearing out vision and constantly just warding Ben 4 out, because Ben 4 was constantly looking for something in the bottom side of the map. Couldn't get a dang thing. This time around, World 6, he didn't even need to do much except to stare at people, and they're dead. Bottom lane, SMLZ in 5 got the pick that they wanted, and they were able to win out in level 6. So that's just honest. They love this pick for a reason. They go back to it constantly. Some people do end up pinching out the Jhin. Oh, here we go.
Road is caught and killed. It just took a second.
Yeah, he couldn't get the extra auto off, so he's like, you know what, I'm going to expend this ult.
He didn't have flash, he had exhaust, there was no way for him to check and mate.
That's fair. They thought they even got the kill. Suddenly, you know, they're like, all right, the red buff isn't going to do it. He's starting to heal up of a potion. You know, why do people still have potions at 14 minutes into the game? We need to stop this.
Because it gives you health.
I mean, at some point, potions just aren't the best item.
Most cost effective, yeah. But if you've got the slot, you might as well.
I suppose.
Oh, that piercing arrow. For a second, I was like, what's a Jinx doing in our game? Oh, there's a Varus on the other side.
I miss that champion, not gonna lie.
Jinx is great.
Yeah, and whenever you have one of those AoE comps, just Jinx ulti coming through, always the most rewarding thing to see.
World 6 is starting out this first Drake, and once again, Road starts checking into the river all by his lonesome. He finally has Ben 4 with him, but the dragon is picked up, and Aimee are just going to see the remains of it.
Yeah, so World 6, I guess this is just coming off the fact that Icon has his... what are you going to do? You're not going to follow up on that.
Do it!
It's just Icon has his package here, so that just means that's a free dragon regardless. Here we go,
He's doing it! Yeah, they're going in. This is now OMG forcing the fight. What a lineup here, Road!
We see him.
Oh,
okay, you know what?
Leaps back over the wall. I think he tried to aggro the wolf.
He's going
to get the wolf around the side. There are pings on the far side, but there is no dire wolf camp right now. So tragically, SMLZ is not able to assassinate Road once again. But OMG are not done pushing just yet. That's a big fourth bullet onto the turret. Athena's trying to clear it out, but his blue buff is worn off. This is 4 members of OMG against 2 of Aimee.
And this is the natural play. You want to be able to get this because even though Misfortune didn't die, she might as well have. She is back at base, and she's going to take a long time to come back. So, I mean, they're expending a lot to be able to stop. Oh.
Yeah, Chain of Corruptions onto Chains of Corruption. Yeah, Amazing J gets in there as well. Righteous Glory is zoned.
They're all fine and fair. This is actually now, Aimee's at a great position to look to see themselves because they're all here. You know, they have the HP to be able to do what they want to do. And so if OMG needs to stagger back here, or they need to get out of here.
Yeah, 5 is forced to back away. His teleport is now used by Xiong. He shoved a wave in top and will complete the teleport. So now it is 5 versus 5 in the mid lane, but OMG are attempting to recall.
Yeah, and that was just a great play from Xiong. I mean, it was a very small gesture, obviously, just a TP in there. But he recognized that the team needed him now, or at least Aimee would have just... They wouldn't have run away with the game, but they definitely would have been able to take priority. And that's what they need to stop. So here come Corki and Zyra from the base. They should be able to hold this tower, unless his World 6, for whatever reason, prioritizes this gambit.
Priorities. Jungle camps. What's with people in focusing jungle? Whoa! Xiong follows Road over the wall. He's a misfortune. He has a family. Oh, the poor guy.
That was a bit of a surprise. I'm not gonna lie. You get into a horror movie and you expect horror, but that's the type of horror you don't expect.
Yeah, so they're going to take the start about this. Don't worry about that. The biggest comparison for me when I came over to Oceania and started playing solo queue was that people will deliberately go out of their way to make you have a bad time. Whereas in NA, they'll like gank you once and they'll set it up and it's like, oh, he's worded, he's fine. They will dive 2 turrets deep 3 times in a row to kill you over and over just to win the game.
Are you trying to say the Chinese League of Legends at its finest is Oceanic solo queue?
Yes.
All right. Glad
because that's what it feels like we're seeing right here. OMG are just bullying Road right now. The guy doesn't have any lunch money, and you can only give him a whirly so many times.
Oh God. I feel
whirly?
like
Is that what it is?
Swirly.
Swirly,
yeah,
that's the
go.
one. Swarly. No, yeah.
I prefer wedges.
He's
Overall,
like,
I think, overall, it sends the message. But Xiang here, that's actually a really solid play from him, obviously, and it just comes to the point that he is just aggressive. Like he notices a fight or a skirmish that they can take for free. Is like Misfortune is alone. I have flash over the wall. It's one of those. I guess it's a small gesture, but overall, OMG they're 8-2. Yeah. They have a 6K gold lead at 18 minutes. They could outright 2-0 IME. That is just something you never would have imagined.
IME are going to have looking like they might have an 0-4 weekend right now.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. It's crazy because like we had an expectation of saying, you know, RNG, OMG, get the laugh track out there. This is going to be a moment where both teams are going to falter to the real bosses in Group A. Suddenly, every single team seems to be. Yeah, here we go.
I mean,
yeah, that's not true anymore. That's not the case anymore.
Yeah. IME are trying to fight over this Infernal Drake that hasn't spawned for another 2 minutes, they just realized. Before backing away, Xiang shoving in the top lane.
The true
on a tier 1. Yep. Doing the exact same thing he did in game number 1.
This is when you get the Titanic Hydra.
On Maokai?
On Maokai, and just keep going.
I thought it was Rod of Ages Abyssal Scepter.
Oh, Rod of Ages helps.
Maokai?
Rod of Ages, but then you get that Titanic Hydra. you keep going.
Just Q auto.
But yeah, overall, this is just going to be great for OMG. There's nothing stopping them because it's a very easy to execute composition. They have the Jhin ulti. I mean, they won through the lane quite obviously. 4 kills onto this Jhin, and he's going straight lethality once again. So he's already got that pickaxe going into the last Whisper item, of course. Not too sure which one he's going to choose here. There isn't a reason to go into the, I suppose, I think Lord Dominic's is going to be it.
Why, thank you.
Thank you. Why is he staring it down? But overall, we had a moment.
Oh, no, Round!
Get out of there.
No! Oh, God, he'll be fine. I didn't know!
Okay, here we go. Ben4 needs to back away too, but he's going to try around.
This is awful. Bullet 4.
There we go.
He actually got him.
Yeah.
Come on,
100%.
cameraman. You can't jump away from that.
We don't look at explosions here in the LPL. So this is going to be great. 2 kills, I suppose. That's the jungler and that's the support. This is going to be a free Baron here. If anyone looks to contest it, you have a fat Maokai sitting around here.
Amazing
what are you
J
doing?
is going in. He's trying to haul. What's he going to do? Fling the Baron? Tries to get in there. Jinjiao over the far side, walks it off. Icon flanks and lands in Rocket, but now he's split from his team. Chases Amazing J back, but #1 rule of League of Legends, ban Teemo. Number 2 rule, don't chase Singe.
Yeah, don't chase the Singe. That's definitely it. Banning Teemo, I'm fine with that until I just get my top laner getting demolished by the Teemo. Then I'm not okay with it.
That's why you ban it. That's the rule.
But I'd never expend a ban.
If you really want to scare people, just ban Aatrox.
That's
because that's the faker thing.
That's when you that's just when you leave the queue.
Yeah.
That's when you just
see
leave
Aatrox banned and you're like, all right, I guess I'm out.
Yeah, but overall, so far, this is a great game from OMG. They have Baron. They set up for it quite well. They got the kills that they needed, and it just seems like Road he's 0-5. This has not been a great game for him. He's actually just been getting picked off constantly, time and time again. So that mindset needs to change. Something needs to change. I mean, World 6, this is great dragon after great dragon. You got yourself the Earth Dragon, and now you got yourself the Infernal Dragon.
Look at where he's sitting right now. On top of a ward with a pink ward to his left and right, Ben4 flanking, and a Cassiopeia behind him. And he's still running back to the tier 2.
Yeah,
like, please, don't.
He does not want to be 0-6, I'll tell you that right now. And if he becomes 0-6, then he does not want to become 0-7. And then so on and so forth.
Yeah, the curtain is opened up, and it looks like this tier 2 is not long for the world. drops as the Baron buff of OMG is used to escort these Baron-empowered minions right on in.
That's really smart.
The zoning package.
Yeah, so that's great in the sense that they can actually have an exit strategy here. But I guess it's not needed. They're just going to continue walking forward. They need to actually hit up either SMLZ or Xiang. Xiang has full HP, but it's not going to happen. They're going to get this inhib and just back away.
Yeah, the piercing arrows continue to land, but they just can't find a way in. Ben 4 finds the Sonic Wave.
Not going to happen. That's not the highlight he wants.
Yeah.
He wants a kill highlight, not a death highlight.
Yeah, he's got his highlight reel already all built out, padded out from week 1. But OMG are not done just yet, looking for the next tier 2 as they've still got Baron buff for another 90 seconds. Amazing J is caught in a snare and just needs a little bit of punishment.
When you just say SMLZ, that was a stunned target. You want to be able to hit those.
Be not moving. I thought he would juke. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Whoa, Xiang gets flung back, but I'm pretty sure that's where he wanted to go. Amazing J is going to be knocked up as the Stranglethorns denies SMLZ.
Yeah, that's going to be disheartening because that's the play you actually want something to be coming out of him. I think OMG are going to be fine to stick around now that MF ulti is down. Cassio still has ulti, but it's going to be a stretch to see her actually take something out of it. Okay, now you can back away. That's a little bit too much.
John's looking for it. Ooh. Ben 4! Oh, he had flash the entire time.
You know,
it was an elaborate ruse! There goes the curtain call. They've even got Xiang flanking on the side. They're trying to line up. Everyone hide behind the Singed.
The cooldown is so low to it, and that's just because of the cooldown reduction that he has on the champion, but here we go.
The tier 2 goes down. Amazing J is in the front, taking the rest of this damage and is forced to back away. 5 walks off.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think they should continue to pressure. With that Nexus turret getting hit up, the next one actually going to get focused, so if they can keep them there, then that's fine. But I guess they were too low. They decided 5, he doesn't have a second flash. Definitely has a blinking HP bar. They just want to play it safe. So that's great for OMG to just recognize, there's no reason to snake it up and continue to pressure when you have no reason to.
Instead, OMG take the patient strategy, the slow route to success. They're taking their time. This isn't like an instant grits sort of situation. This is like a full proper scenario. We're putting grits on the stove. We're taking our time with this.
Oh no.
And Amazing J. He's running
away.
away. The snare catches him.
He is ulti.
There's the deadly flourish, and World 6 finishes it off.
That's over with. So now that the Singed is dead,
immediately dashed into the wall.
That's a free blue. And I mean, they're setting up this next, I believe, an inner tower.
The final tier 2 turret, still standing for Imei.
Yeah, and that's going to be an easy one to take down.
13,000 gold, 25.5 minutes, and that's nearly a 2,000 gold lead per minute. Sorry, a 500 gold lead per minute.
Yeah, that was the way.
It was half, not double. Yeah.
But right here, I mean, that redemption's going to come down. SML's going to
Oh, he even healed up the minion in the front. Xin Xiao gets destroyed. Road is like, no! Oh, God.
He's going to be fine. And the biggest one, he could actually just miss every single one of them and he can get the job done. Because he doesn't want to get a kill. I mean, he does. But he doesn't need to. He just wants that turret down. And here comes the next one as well. This is just going to be, like, I may need to start a fight now to turn this game on its head.
The big question is, can they do that at this point? Ben 4 might just be solo killed.
They need to. I mean, obviously, I think they can. It's off of Amazing J. Amazing J is on Singed. He can just run in and hopefully get a primary target. It has to be Icon. As long as he can walk up and pressure Icon, who is at sub 50% HP, then Fling is definitely something he wants to walk away from. So SMLZ and Icon are definitely targets in the sense that they need to watch out for Singed still. If they get picked off and there goes the strategy of sieging up, that's what they continuously need to look for. That's like Amazing J needs to get that going for himself. He does have the Righteous Glory, so he is a fast man, Usain Bolt's child, and that's all they need.
He's got the ZZ Rod as well, so whenever he runs past a turret, just
Yep. He needs to do it. I think that's just if he can get the pick off, he's not a tanky person, so he needs to make a quick pick. And OMG needs to be aware of that, because if he makes one mistake, then the Singed is dead. But that's the risk that they need to take.
He finds himself bottom for... God, look at how fast he moves on the minimap. Just... The ZZ Rot passive is so good.
One thing I'll tell you is the home guard, if you TP, if he just sticks in base, gets that home guard with the, you know, every other speed boost he can get, that'd be hilarious. That would be fun. I would, you know what? They can just win the game based off of that. They can still lose the game, but I'm in my mind, looking back at that situation.
Can they though?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how League of Legends works. Road.
Really? He's dead. He's dead. There we go.
Whoa, that
okay.
crit on Jin Zhao. He was at like 3/4 health. Deathfire Touch actually did a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, Deathfire Touch and the massive amount of armor penetration he has. So he's just doing so much damage because he has a lot of items. That's a free dragon if I've ever seen one. So not much you can do there. Hopefully they can get a Smite steal, but Icon and Young are legitimately just the bodyguards in this pub. Here we go.
Ooh, Ben 4 gets destroyed by Xiang. The Baron is cleaned up by OMG.
He just didn't have ID. You could not enter that pub. You don't have anything. You can go back home now. Get at it.
Oh, man. Wait 30 seconds and come back. Oh, but the Baron buff picked up by Jin Zhao. Hey!
Yeah.
Back in this. Okay, 15,500 gold. Mid-inhib down.
This is just disheartening to play against because
Very
the
full
redemption
health.
comes down. It's like, all right, any mistake
them
you
off,
make
yeah.
doesn't mean anything.
Every breath you take, every step you make,
Oh, no, let's not do this.
OMG will be killing you. As they chase further and further forward on the inhib now.
I'm not in singing mode yet. I don't want to. This is not karaoke.
What's singing what?
K1's across
There
the
was no
street.
singing. I don't know what you're talking about. The inhib finally goes down. OMG, you're just being so patient with this. 30 minutes. How does this game feel like it's only been 30 minutes in? It feels like we've been here for like a good 50 minutes with how OMG have just been taking it step by step.
I mean, IMA's essentially been in a time chamber. This has just been a 2-year-long game for
This is
them.
the worst hyperbolic time chipper
Yeah,
ever.
they're just getting weaker and weaker. It's actually just they just got shoved into it. So either way, I mean, if IMA's been in this position before, you actually kind of have to respect the fact that they can come back from this. But at some point, you just got to ask them, why can't you just get a lead? Why do you always have to come back from something? Why can't you just, you know, not die mid lane? I mean, for how much praise we give to Athena. I mean, sure, he's 1-1-0, but this has not been a high-killing game. All right?
I feel like when your strategy hinges on not dying, then maybe you want to look into a different strategy.
Well, I mean, they had a strong lane in the bottom lane. So, like, overall, they just need to... If there's ever a point in which Athena is feeling, I guess, like a tiny bit of rage.
I mean, even look at Amazing J's face cam right now. He's playing Singed. He's supposed to be having a great time. That is not the face of a happy man.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. I think it's overall going back to the point, though, is that it just comes back to Ben 4 needing to be able to communicate with his lanes. He is new to the team, and if there's a point where, you know, Acacio needs a little bit of help, a little bit of love in the lane, or I think he was Ryzen the last game. I forget what he was doing. So overall, but if you need to call in your jungler if that ends up happening. But you can't call anybody now because here we go. They're about to take
Yeah,
this
there
out.
goes the curtain call. Baron up once again as they try to break down this turret. Road is already gone. He's trying to stay as far away as possible. Just retreat, get out of there, keep that KDA. The inhibitor falls the second now as they've got a minion on the opposite side of the map. Super minions
here
up
we go.
through the Baron. Baron buff on the super minions, pushing on to the Nexus, trying to end the game right here. Imei trying to get in there.
Oh.
Amazing J is going to be knocked up by the Stranglethorns as Athena eats a big amount of damage from Icon, and Amazing J dies as the final Nexus turret will fall, and from the steps, the marble-plated steps of the fountain, Imei will watch the Nexus fall, and a very happy and laughing Xiang, along with the rest of OMG, take their first win of the LPL 2017 Spring Split.
And what is this group? RNG takes the win against Snake, and now we have IMA falling to OMG. So it just seems like this group has just opened wide open in what we could possibly be seeing. I just feel like it's definitely up in the air. There is no team that is just essentially the bottom feeders. I mean, right now, OMG, they still got their first win, so they're technically 1-3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they still are technically on the bottom, but it feels like they can definitely take on any team in their group.
Joining us
Gotta
back
pick
on the
that one.
desk is Indiana Frostgear in black. I could hear you laughing through the wall of the next room over.
Yeah. it was a cute.
Yes. So, RNG took the win. OMG took the win here. Their first win. They did a few things right.
Oh no, I'm really happy. You know, we had lots of questions. Shui not on the roster. He's usually the primary facilitator. You know, on the Lee Sin, finding those crazy plays. World 6 comes in and absolutely blasts everyone.
Yeah.
This guy not had only one great game, but 2 great games. So I'm riding the hype train. World 6 all the way.
Yeah, World 6 is just a monster in this one. So he 2 times in a row he set